What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with Random Guys Day coming at you with some very sad news regarding Miiverse, my friends. If you guys haven't heard already, Nintendo plans to shut down Miiverse very shortly. It's going to be ending November 7th, 2017 at 10 p.m. Pacific, which will be 1 a.m. Eastern, my friends. That'll be the last of Miiverse. It'll be put in the ground, if you will, and it's quite sad in my opinion because Miiverse is a service that I personally really enjoyed. Like, obviously, you know, you got social media, but Miiverse was unique in and of itself, and I personally wanted to see Miiverse on the Switch. I think it's a really nice little kind of service that they could have, you know, expanded on if they kept it and kind of, you know, kept it going forward into the Switch. But unfortunately, it's going to be ending. Now, but here's the cool thing. Some people might want to save their post-history content just kind of as a reminder, if you will. You know, it's going to be really nostalgic looking at it, you know, a few years later and being like, man, Miiverse, remember those days? It's going to be weird. But if you guys want to, you know, submit that request, I will link the link to do that in the description below. Basically, in order to submit a request to receive your downloadable post-history, number one, a Nintendo account must be linked. Number two, it has to be linked with the Nintendo Network ID that you use to access Miiverse. So if you have that all, you know, good and well, then you can go ahead and submit a request. Again, I'm gonna link the page down in the description below if you guys want to check that out and request a download. But it's going to take a few weeks, so a few weeks after Miiverse closes. So you're not actually going to get it right now. So a few weeks after November 7th, you might not actually get it till like early 2018 or like, you know, December of 2017, to be quite honest with you. You're going to get it a few weeks later. So just be patient. You will get it as long as you go submit that request. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below, and you guys can go check that out. Now, your posts, you know, it'll include hand-drawn images, screenshots, all the images in your album. The only thing you're not going to get are comments made on posts, and messages with your friends will not be included, and of course posts that have been deleted or posts that were found to be in violation of the Miiverse Code of Conduct will not be included either. Now, besides that, moving forward, what does that mean? You know, the termination of Miiverse, what does that mean for, you know, Wii U and 3DS games? Because there's a lot of Wii U and 3DS games that use Miiverse as a pretty big feature, and there's some features in some Wii U games especially that are getting hit really hard, my friends. So let's get into that in a second. First off, will the Miiverse icon still be displayed on the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS menu? Yes, it will. The Miiverse icon will continue to appear, but if you try to load it, an error message will be displayed. Now, many games use Miiverse as a major gameplay feature, as I just mentioned, including Super Mario Maker for Wii U. What happens to those games when Miiverse shuts down? This is what they have to say. For Super Mario Maker on the Wii U, users will still be able to share levels, but will no longer be able to comment on them. That's kind of disappointing. It's not a huge deal, but it's disappointing. I mean, I know a lot of friends and even myself that like to comment on other people's levels, you know, when we you know, complete it or whatever, leave a signature, leave a, you know, a nice little comment or whatever, and so that's kind of disappointing. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars for the Wii U and 3DS now says, while users will still be able to play Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars and complete all 88 levels in the main game, the community feature will be discontinued, preventing players from sharing levels and receiving additional stars, as there will be a limit to the number of stars that can be obtained. Not all objects may be unlocked from the workshop, so that's disappointing. Splatoon Miiverse posts will no longer display in Inkopolis Plaza or the game's stage maps. Not a huge deal, but obviously a cool feature. Now these next two games are getting hit pretty hard. Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. The Miiverse stage will still be playable. Miiverse user posts will not be displayed in the background. Not a big deal, right? Players will also be unable to post replays to YouTube/Miiverse, share stages. Now this is the crappy part, or create tournaments. You can no longer create tournaments in Super Smash Bros. On Wii U and 3DS because of Miiverse shutting down. Now, Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, players will not be able to upload gameplay videos to YouTube since they also post to Miiverse at the same time. The tournament function will also not be available. So that's huge. I mean, we have the tournament function obviously on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but if people are still playing the Wii U version and they want to still create tournaments, you know, maybe they can't afford a Switch just yet. The Switch just came out. It's not even a year old yet. You know, you can't have any tournaments tournaments in Smash Bros. You can't have any tournaments in Mario Kart 8 either. Super Mario 3D World. And Super Mario 3D World, the Miiverse posts that appear on the course select screen, and when selecting courses will disappear. Players will still be able to collect in-game stamps, but not post in the Miiverse. Now, another big one getting hit is Xenoblade Chronicles X. In Xenoblade Chronicles X, the Blade report feature will no longer be available, my friends. So that's some pretty disappointing stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty disappointing. They said Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars will be losing major features. Will you still continue selling the game? Yes, the game will continue to be sold. Users will still be able to complete the 88 levels in the main game and create and play their own levels locally. Will Miiverse posts still to play in Wara Wara Plaza on Wii U? Moving forward, default Miiverse posts that appear during offline mode will be displayed in Wara Wara Plaza. Will Wii U chat still function after the closure of Miiverse? The Wii U chat service will be discontinued with Miiverse on November 7th, 2017 at 10 p.m. Pacific. Can users still view their old Miiverse posts once the service is shut down? Again, we talked about that at the beginning of this video. Will there be a similar service to replace Miiverse on Nintendo Switch? Currently, Nintendo has no plans to implement any services to replace Miiverse, but the Nintendo Switch system includes features for connecting with Facebook and other social networking services. So this kind of sounds like just a thing where, you know, they figured, you know, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, no need for Miiverse, which is disappointing because, first of all, Miiverse plays a big function as a game feature in a lot of those games that I mentioned. The fact you can't even create tournaments in Mario Kart 8 and Smash Bros, I mean, that's huge. There has to be a way that they can still make that work, but I guess not. You know, so it's disappointing. I don't know how you guys feel about all that. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you disappointed that Miiverse is shutting down just for the sake of Miiverse alone? I mean, despite the game features that are going to be lacking now, just for that alone, do you guys care or do you not care? Personally, I loved Miiverse. I'm really disappointed to see it go, but I mean, I guess I can sort of see where they're coming from, but I really hope maybe down the line they come out with something else that's similar to Miiverse on the Switch. I don't know, man. I really love that feature. It's just, I don't know, it's nostalgic and there's a lot of, you know, cool stuff about it. And then how do you feel about the fact you cannot no longer create tournaments in Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U and all the other games that are affected? How do you feel about all that? Let me know in the comments section below. Otherwise, if you guys enjoyed the video, maybe not the news, but the video, you know, smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and like always, until then, game on.